Now, so here you can see 3D model. Here zoom out and the zoom in also options are available here. Zoom out or zoom in. Here you can see the time. So we can enter the time. What is the meaning of kinematics? Kinematics is nothing but study of motion without considering the forces. That's why here study of motion means motion time is one of the parameter in terms of motion. So motion is nothing but or speed is nothing but distance by time. That means time is very important. That's why here we have to enter the time. And coming to the DH parameters, we have to go through the basics of DH parameters. So here DH means dynamic hardening parameter. Here there are 4 important parameters are there, which are nothing but joint offset, joint angle, link length and twist angle. So these 3 are very important. So here if you see, so this is known as a coordinate system, which is also known as a frame in robotics terms. So what is the meaning of frame? Frame or coordinate axis both are same. Here in a space we can see x, y, z axis. So this red color axis generally represents the x axis, and so this blue color axis represents the z axis. This green color axis represents the y axis. So always the red color represents the x axis and blue color represents the z axis, as well as the green color represents the y axis. So here it is 2-link manipulator. That means here there are 2 degrees of freedom. Okay, so we will discuss in detail about the degrees of freedom and what is the joint, what is the link, and all these things we will discuss later. But coming to the environment of the particular RoboAnalyzer, we can see the link configuration, end effector configuration, joint trajectory, and also the joint trajectory path. So the path may be different types. So whether it is a cycloidal path or a cubic path, whatever it may be, we can see the joint trajectory also. So this is a brief introduction about the environment of the RoboAnalyzer. So already I explained how to install the RoboAnalyzer. I am repeating once again. First we have to go to the www.roboanalyzer.com. Then we have to click the downloads tab. Then we have to click on RoboAnalyzer V7. It is a zip file. After that we have to save the file, and then download. After completion of the download, we have to open the folder RoboAnalyzer 7.exe. So double click on the RoboAnalyzer.exe to start the RoboAnalyzer. Already I explained all the steps. Now coming to the introduction about the RoboAnalyzer. So already I explained RoboAnalyzer is a 3D model based software. It has been developed by the faculty to teach the students to learn the concepts of robotics. And here, so how to model a robot? So in the RoboAnalyzer, click on the RoboAnalyzer.exe, start the RoboAnalyzer. By default, it shows the robot model 2R. So already explained. So this is the RoboAnalyzer with the 2R. If you can see here, select the robot. So by default, always we can see the 2R robot. 2R means it is a 2 rotary joints will be available here. So here the rotary, and in terms of actually the correct term is revolute joints. 2 revolute joints will be available here. So here you can see the default robot. So once you open the RoboAnalyzer software, the default robot is 2R robot. 2R robot means 2 revolute joints will be there. So this is the 1 revolute joint, and this one is the 2nd revolute joint. So there are 2 revolute joints are there. So that's why it is 2R robot. Now, so after selecting a particular model, so you can modify the dynamic hardening parameters shown in the tabular form, and the robot model updates automatically. So a few industrial robots are also listed. When the listed shows in a 3D CAD model of a robot. So here, for example, I want to change the link length. So already I explained these 4 are the DH parameters. Suppose if I want to change the link length as 0.2 to 0.3. So you can see the length of the first link is increased from 0.2 to 0.3. Similarly, I want to change the second link length from 0.2 to 0.4. You can see the so you can see the length is increased from 0.2 to 0.4. So here, so this is the x direction. So the length always we can see in the x direction. So that's why the lengths are increased here. From initially it is 0.2, 0.2, but now increase the link length as 0.3, and the second link length is increased to 0.4. Okay. Okay, this is one of the robot model. Already I shown that this is the, we have to select the particular robot here. So here you can see it is a 3 degrees of freedom robot and RRP, revolute and prismatic. So this is the 3D model of the particular robot. Here we have to enter the DH parameters. We can modify the DH parameters. Just now I changed the link length. Similarly, you can modify the DH parameters. So this is about the selection of your robot and redefining the DH parameters. Here also, if you want to, you can go for 3 degrees of freedom robot. In that different robots are available. So if you click mark, so you can see, so this is the different robot. So it is a 3 degree of freedom robot with prismatic revolute joint. Like that we can change the, so we can select the robot model as well as we can redefine the DH parameters. Okay. So with this, I conclude today's section.